Alright, welcome back to HAZCAR. It is Kansas. 100 laps here in the plains of the Midwest, middle of nowhere. Trevor Bayne takes home yet another pole this season with David Gilliland on his outside. Carl Edwards lines up beside Bobby Labonte. On row 3, it's Kurt Busch and Regan Smith. In row 4, it's Mark Martin and Juan Pablo Montoya. And to round out the top 10, it's the two Gibbs cars of Busch and Reddick. Now, of course, with the 80 joining the field just last week in Charlotte, that means that two cars are not starting. They're just not starting the race today, I don't think. There's one or two cars that are not starting the race. Look at the entries. I believe drivers not starting today are J.J. Yaley and Joe Nemechek. Now Joe Nemechek is there. I think it's just J.J. Yaley. We'll figure it out eventually. I don't expect J.J. Yaley to start many races anymore anyway, so it's fine. Damn. Yeah, it's J.J. Yaley. He's not starting today. So yeah, Trevor Bayne on pole. Carl Edwards, where is he? Carl Edwards won Charlotte in an absolutely dominant fashion. Took the pole. He was just very fast at Charlotte. Can he pull the same off today? He didn't take the pole, but can he take the win home to get his 5th win of the season? I mean, he has a monster lead on the rest of the field already. Scored over 70 points at Charlotte. If we look at the points gap, he's 35 points up on David Gilliland for the point standings. We'll see. For now, though,
drivers,
as they get their engines started, we're going to come off of pit road. Pace cars moving, everyone else behind. Number 80 qualified a bit higher up than expected for him. Not to say that we're not expecting him to qualify higher up, but his qualifying pace in the Cup Series and last week in Charlotte, this is a bit higher up than typical by a couple rows maybe. 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, he's in 15th place, if I'm not mistaken. So, usually qualifies somewhere in the 20s. Good on the 80. So yeah, Trevor Bayne and Gilliland, side by side. 100 laps of Kansas. Lap 28 and lap 62 are your stages. These cars can go around 70 laps on their fuel, so there's no reason why we should see green flag pit stops. Same goes for the Cup Series, hopefully. But as they come off of onto pit road, the pace car, and they come off of turn 4, David Gilliland and Trevor Bayne are going to lead the field to the green flag in Kansas. We're underway. And a good start for Trevor Bayne. With Bobby Labonte on the inside of Gilliland now, he's already going to pass for 2nd place. Carl Edwards on the bottom, of course. On the starts here, you're going to want to grab that inside as quickly as possible. It's going to be the preferred line all day long. Edwards now with Kurt Busch behind him. They're both going to take the bottom. A low entry, which means they're not going to be quite as fast as the 21 and the 47, or are they? The 99 gets a huge run coming out of the front straightaway here. And across the line, Carl Edwards to 3rd, looking to get to 2nd. They go down onto the apron. There's Jimmy McMurray. They're going to run a little aggressive, and there's a crash on the front straightaway. Martin Truex is around. Caution is out. As Trevor Bayne and Carl Edwards are 1-2. And Bayne gets it to the line. What happened with the 56? We just started, man. Come on. Ugh, it was Paul Menard. Well, first, I want to see what happened with the one car up ahead. Or down behind them. Looks like he squeezed the 6 car a bit. Oh, they almost went 4 wide. Just ran out of room. They kept it clean, and then 56 and then 27 into turn 1. They were fine. Truex just tried to block a bit too hard. And that just took him out completely, and that brought out the caution. So, yeah. So Edwards and Bain run 1-2. Why is Edwards ahead? I wonder. Doesn't matter. They're on pit road. My question is, the big question is, what are they going to do for strategy? Edwards is just a gas and goer. Trevor Bain looks for 4 tires, is that? Just 2 tires and a full tank of gas. But that means that the 21 is going to fall behind big time. Think you pit on lap 5, what is it? You're not going to want to, lap 4, you're not going to want to, what's it called? You're not going to want to take tires just yet. So a good call from the 99 crew, especially with the stages. There's no real benefit in pitting so early. You'll maybe have like a mile or two, maybe half a mile an hour on the other car ahead, but it's just it's too insignificant. Going to the front straightaway, we should just be 1 to green here. We are 1 to green. Shouldn't be any problems with lapped traffic. No lapped traffic issues. And off of turn 2. So Edwards going to line up on the bottom. It's going to be good for him. Kyle Busch going to line up right behind with Kurt Busch on the outside of the 99. So Busch brothers. And we're gonna maybe see the Busch boys actually fight for second place, like directly with one another. Maybe even there is a chance that they turn each other. These drivers, they fight aggressive at Kansas. They fight aggressive at these tracks, man. They don't hold back. And so as the pace car is going to make a left onto pit road, Trevor Bain has fallen way back, but it's Carl Edwards and Kurt Busch going to lead the field in their own respective lines back to the green flag at Kansas. We're back underway. Hopefully we can go for longer than 2 laps this time. I think that might have just been a fluke. I think once the field gets a chance to spread out and really actually have to gain their advantages and not so packed up anymore, then maybe, just maybe. Let's look at the back here. 3 wide, Jimmy Johnson with Dale Jr. and Joey Logano. Now Paul Menard in the middle of it. They're throwing some dangerous blocks. This feels a little unnecessary here. We look, Kyle Busch gotten past. He's looking to pass. He's looking to get to Carl Edwards. There's Bain in the middle. Trevor Bain in the middle of Jamie McMurray and Tony Stewart. 3 wide. 3 wide behind them. Ryan Newman with Tyler Reddick and Stevie Wallace. Now David Reagan. As Junior is down on the apron with Paul Menard. And oh no! Tyler Reddick is around Jamie McMurray. And caution comes back out in a big crash on the front straightaway. Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch, they're going to fight to get it back to the line. They're going to race it back all the way around to the caution flag. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Carl Edwards. What happened? Had high hopes for the 11 today. Qualified top 10. Looks like, Cam turned up into the number 1 car. It brought the 80 into it. Yeah, big old crash on the front straightaway here. Vickers nearly gets turned upside down. So, look at these two. They ran away with that lead at the end of that little stint there. So if you come off pit road, of course, Carl Edwards going to come off first. Busch with a bit of a slow stop. That puts Regan Smith in second. Trevor Bayne with another slow stop. That number 80 car stuck on pit road. Getting involved in these accidents is not what you need, and he's had some really bad luck when it comes to that. I think he's been involved in one accident at least every single race he's participated in. So, it's a bit unfortunate. As we see these guys, they're headed around the lap traffic. The lap traffic. I think that's Matt Kenseth. No, that's Tyler Reddick. Oh, and they hit a bit of a block, but Tyler Reddick could just go up the track, maybe, or Kvapil find his way down. Please just go around him. Just go around him. Just get by. Reddick, go up the track, please. Thank you. I don't know why he doesn't just stay up by the wall, but regardless, as we're coming into turn 3 here. It's Carl Edwards and Regan Smith side by side, the two potential rivals. Regan Smith has shown some speed in that Furniture Row 78. Not quite championship winning speed, but definitely race winning speed. I think for a race or two, he could be a consistent threat to Carl Edwards. As they come onto the front straightaway, pace car onto pit road. Edwards and Smith on the front straightaway. We're back green in stage 1. Hopefully we don't see any more big accidents for the rest of the stage. We already spent a little under half of it under yellow. So now AJ Allmendinger is going to push the 99 into turn 1. I think we need to watch the back of the field as much as it would do a service to everyone watching to watch the leaders fight each other for the lead. We would need to watch further back, and Kevin Harvick is in the wall. Yellow is out. They're not playing nice. I swear they were fine just last night. As Allmendinger gets off pit road first. I swear, they were just fine last night. They weren't doing all this. Promise you that. Oh, you know, it's probably... I know what I did. I fucked it up. Oh well, too late now. Come on. Double file. It's Terry Labonte and AJ Allmendinger on the front row. Here comes the pace car onto pit road. Come on, man. It's 10 laps left in stage 1. Can we just get it done under green? Y'all don't gotta be blocking so aggressively. We've got the whole race. We're back green. Here, Kansas, probably for just another lap or two. As Kurt Busch looked to the bottom, kind of got it. Bobby Labonte goes wide, so does David Gilliland. 3 wide on back. I just need these back markers to kind of spread out, because if the back markers can spread out, then we're probably not going to see any more bad moves. Look at this one, Pablo Montoya in the middle. I keep thinking I'm hearing tires sliding, and oh no! Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Andy Lally have spun. They're around. Caution comes out again as Casey Kane gets a really bad bit of it. Dale Jr. turned the 16. And then he went around with the 71. Casey Kane came right into the 71. That's going to end the fourth day. Come on, man. Can we just do this, maybe? Without wrecking every 3 laps? David Reagan is off of pit road first. Carl Edwards, a slower stop. He's decided if we're going to be wrecking all day, cautions everywhere, then you know what? So be it. I'll risk my pit stops. I'll take a chance. Yeah. 3 cars are out, 2 are a lap down. That is Kevin Harvick, Casey Kane, and the 31, who I don't remember who it is. That's Jeff Burton. They're all out. Bobby Labonte and David Reagan are going to line up side by side. Reagan's going to get the best of it on the restart. Regan Smith behind him is going to try to take advantage of it. As, come off turn 4. Why does this have to be the races today? Come on. Green flag back in the air. You can already hear I'm tired of it, but what can you do? And oh my god, Stevie Wallace nearly gets turned by David Ruderman right off the hook. We're 3 wide here, Brad Keselowski. Looking back, all they need to do is not go 3 wide in the back of the field. There are less back marker cars, but also some of them are mixed up here in the front of the field. So as long as they can keep it solid, they'll be good. So Regan Smith wins stage 1. My apologies for... Hold up. Regan Smith holds Carl Edwards off to win stage 1. They're coming on the pit road. See, I told you, we can have a green flag run as long as I don't make stupid decisions. I think those early wrecks took out some of our irresponsible or reckless drivers. So, as we come on to pit road, we'll see Regan Smith coming to his pit stall. Carl Edwards coming in his pit stall. Man, Carl Edwards, even with the slow stops, he's just been unchallenged. And he almost took the lead away from Regan Smith there in the late laps of the stage. He would have taken it if it weren't for the cautions. Regan Smith is nowhere near first off of pit road. First off of pit road, it's Mark Martin and Kyle Busch. So neither Edwards nor Smith will get the best of it on pit road. And Carl Edwards slots in behind Jimmy Johnson. So he's going to be pretty far back when we come back to the green flag. As we are 1 to green. Tyler Reddick lets everyone by. So does Matt Kenseth. And Mark Martin's in the lead. Here he won a race this season. The number 5. He won Martinsville in an incredible fashion against AJ Allmendinger. Long green flag stint, fighting through lapped traffic, trying to get through. It's close. AJ was on his bumper many times, but he just couldn't get past the indomitable number 5. And so as we go double file here, hopefully we can see a bit more action coming into stage 2 till the end of lap 62. Hopefully they're not wrecking every other lap. All I can say is fingers are crossed. Edwards is on the top, not exactly where he wants to be. But as we what was that? We come back to the green flag. Stage 2 is underway. No idea what my free cam just did, but it did something. As Mark Martin gets a good start on the bottom there with Robbie Gordon just behind him. And Joe Nemechek is holding up Trevor Bayne. Trevor Bayne now going to go to the middle and get by the 87. Stay ahead of the number 9. I don't like how this is looking with Paul Menard and Stevie and Dave Blaney. They've been bumper to bumper quite a bit today. Look at this. Here we've got back markers fighting for back marker positions like it's the race win. Bobby Labonte almost on the quarter panel of Brad Keselowski. Robbie Gordon looking to pass Mark Martin for the lead. Three wide here with Bobby Labonte, Terry Labonte, and Stevie Wallace. 3 veterans. Joe Nemechek on the high side. It's now Martin Truex. Regan Smith on the bottom of Robbie Gordon looking to get past. Gordon just on the bottom. Trevor Bayne has made an incredible rally back up. He passes Regan Smith on the inside there. On the low side. Edwards is working with Jimmy Johnson. And they're going to try to get back to the lead together. Look at this. Clint Boyer and Juan Pablo Montoya on the bottom of Tony Stewart. And Trevor Bayne now passing Robbie Gordon. Kyle Busch, though. Kyle Busch says, hey, Trevor, you've had your time, but now it's my time. You've had your fun, now I need to get past. Kyle Busch kind of leaves the 21 out to dry, but the 21 says, hey, Kyle, look at this. And he stays ahead. Edwards working his way back up slowly past Jimmy Johnson. He's ditched him. Joey Logano's the Daytona winner this year. And Trevor Bayne gets past Mark Martin, and he flies into the lead. He flies up to the lead, gets a huge distance on the number 5 car, but the number 5 car is still going to try to stay on his tail. Not quite going to let go just yet. Carl Edwards on the bottom of Juan Pablo Montoya. Target 42 in the Aflac 99. Edwards... 42 just kind of lets Edwards, tries to let Edwards by almost, in a sense. Here's Kyle Busch and Mark Martin. They're bumper to bumper. There's some lapped cars. It's Matt Kenseth and Tyler Reddick. They're gonna hold Trevor Bayne up. They kind of create a box to trap him in. Who's going to take advantage? Trevor Bayne on the outside. They're going to get by him and Kyle Busch. They're going to soar on by Regan Smith as well. And so does Juan Pablo Montoya. A big holdup on the front straightaway. And they're in the wall in a big crash. David Gilliland with Kurt Busch trying to get around lapped traffic. A big hits for the 22. He's up and over. Unbelievable. Another car up on his side. It's Dave Blaney. A huge crash into turn 1. Brian Vickers also up and over. Unbelievable. And to the line, it's Trevor Bayne. What in the world? Huge hits. Let's go back. Let's go back because I feel like that was a bit... What just happened? So, I think the 34 kind of got up. He was on the bumper of the 5. He kind of got up into the wall because of it, trying not to turn him. And that kind of brought him into the bumper. The 22 turned him into Carl Edwards. And brought them into the wall. And then get this. So that brings Tony Stewart into it. But that's not even close to the biggest hit. Kurt Busch goes down the track. Hits Stevie Wallace. Then Greg Biffle with nowhere to go, or no, sorry, Dave Blaney with nowhere to go, just slams the 22. He gets on, 36 gets on the roof of the 27 and on the hood of the 24. Then he gets hit by David Rudiman and Ryan Newman. A big chain reaction. The 80 brought into it as well. He was on the hood of the 87, 36, and then, as even if you thought that was enough, he's not the last person to go over top of his roof. With the 34, he hits the 83, and that just puts him over onto his roof. Unbelievable. Let's watch all that back. Let's watch all that back. From a couple perspectives. First, Kurt Busch. Yeah, see, look, he hit the bumper, the 34, then into the 22 behind, yeah. Hit the bumper to the 34, turned him by accident, and then, oh my god, a hard hit. What if you're Dave Blaney, though? What if you are Blaney? You see this wreck in front of you, you think, I can get around, and no, I can't, I'm into the 22. And then, I flip myself. The question one could ask is, who had the hardest hit into the wall? Because those are usually the worst when it comes to this. So, when it comes to hits into the wall, I think Tony Stewart might have got the worst of it. No, not even. It looks like, man, that 22 really took a beating. I think there were no real hits into the wall that were too hard, but man, Kurt Busch, hopefully he's okay. I think he took, like, where did he take that hit? Straight to the driver's side door. Oh, man. hate to see a big crash like that. Can affect a driver's like whole career, really. As Trevor Bayne gets off of pit road first with Regan Smith and Kyle Busch following behind. That was certainly something. Look at that. Look at all our lapped cars. They're probably all retiring, in my opinion. So that's going to leave, if they're all retiring, that's going to leave just 27 cars left in the field. Man. As everyone goes around, Matt Kenseth and Tyler Reddick. Some of the cars involved did get out. Lots of retirements, however. Retirements include David Rudiman, 39 car of Ryan Newman, 39, 34 car, 22 car, 77, 36, 24, 83, 87, number 4, 29, and 31. So that is Rudiman, Newman, Gilliland, Busch, Wallace, Blaney, Gordon. 83. Who's the 83? Vickers, Nemechek, Kane, Harvick, and Burton. And so, after that absolute mess, they're going to come onto the front straightaway. It's Trevor Bayne and Regan Smith. Pace car, hard left on a pit road. It's really getting on now here in Kansas. Trevor Bayne and Regan Smith, we're back to the green flag here in Kansas. Now with just 30 cars left. 10 cars are out. 3 are a lap down. It's Michael Waltrip added to the lapped car club. So Regan Smith gets a good start, but it's just not going to be enough. Or is it? There we go. Kyle Busch on the inside of Trevor Bayne for second place. Can't quite get it, though. Looking behind, we're 3 wide. It's Truex. We're here. Greg Biffle's on the apron. Hopefully there's no more big crashes and we can see a proper fight for the lead. It's Trevor Bayne. It's right on the 78's bumper. Carl Edwards looking to rally back up. He's with Robbie Gordon once again. And Gordon just kind of moves out of the way for the 99. And the 99 is going to get him into turn 1. Speaking of cars getting each other into turn 1, that's Trevor Bayne on the inside of Regan Smith with Kyle Busch just behind. Kyle Busch has seen a lot of second place. Or what could have been in this series. Especially what was it? Bermuda. It was just him and Gilliland left in the race. 2 cars. That is not an exaggeration. 2 cars left on the field. And he just could not get by, no matter what. Tried everything he could not pass the 34. Turns out, if you want good racing at a super speedway, you're gonna need a super speedway sized field. Here's Carl Edwards back up in 6th place. He's made a huge rally up to this front field here. As you can see, no one else has quite got the speed to contend with them. These 6. Clint Boyer up in the mix, not usual, but these 5 at least. Bayne, Busch, Smith, Montoya, and Edwards. They're your current contenders as Kurt Busch and David Gilliland are taken out of the race in a very dramatic manner at that. Here comes Carl Edwards on the inside of Clint Boyer, just with some incredible speed. Now Kyle Busch looking to pass Trevor Bayne. Carl Edwards, he's doing everything he can to just make his way up to the 42 by the end of the stage, and 11 to go in the stage. Clint Boyer, yeah, he's falling out, and he's probably going to fall into this rear pack here. You see two main packs forming. There's the not lead pack. There's the there's a couple main packs forming. Then there's the lapped cars of Waltrip, Kenseth, and Reddick. As Regan Smith gets by Kyle Busch. And looks to get past Trevor Bayne as well. You guys run super fast in these turns. The Cup Series is slower. They slow down quite a bit. Oh, contact! Trevor Bayne and Matt Kenseth. Kyle Busch gets the worst of it. Stuck behind the bumper of his lapped teammate. He's going to work with Clint Boyer to try to get back up. Now Edwards to 4th. As Regan Smith down the inside of Trevor Bayne. I think that contact at the 17 may have slowed the 21 down, giving him a bit of light damage, causing him to lose a bit of his speed there. So Smith is going to head to the lead. And the caution is out. Who for? Oh no! Bill Elliott is around. Oh, and a hard hit for the 1 and the 2. Oh man. Oh, and even more hits. The number 80. Unlucky. Unlucky Model Cap involved in yet another accident. What happened with Bill Elliott? I think it was him and Keselowski, it looks like. Yeah. 56 turned the 09 into the 2. Brought Jimmy Johnson and Greg Biffle into it as well. And then Jamie McMurray gets in it. And Paul Menard also gets in it. And that just brings the 80 into it. Unlucky. So that's going to bring out the caution. They all pass Michael Waltrip. Yo, that's fire. So 3 main speed contenders. Of course, Montoya is in that front pack. He's got speed for the front pack, but I just don't think he has the pace on the ovals for the win, and there are no road courses this season, so of course we're just going to have to painfully accept that Montoya probably won't win this year unless it's a super speedway. Which there are a lot of super speedways. There are. Of course, we have Canada coming up in just a couple weeks. Michigan's a pretty big wild card. Then there's the next super speedway comes all the way at Daytona. But then it's Talladega and then the 8 Bowl with Atlanta. There are 4 super speedway races directly involved with the playoffs. So, yeah. As the lapped cars are going to be allowed down pit road this time by. And so that's going to take out even more cars. As I think the 43 is out for a broken camshaft. I think the 09 is still in it. Who I don't think will still be in it. It's the number 1 car. Oh no, his crew has pulled off a miracle. What about the 27? There's the 27. 27 is out. retirements from that crash. 27. And so we are on the back stretch, double file. This is going to be an entertaining end to stage 2. And onto the front straightaway. Trevor Bayne and Regan Smith take the green flag. Stage 2, 9 to go. Look at this. Carl Edwards and Terry Labonte just behind him. I mean, man, that sucks. If you're a front runner like Gilliland, like Bush, I'm still on that accident. I mean, it sucks to get taken out like that. Especially Bush. I hope he's okay. And so Carl Edwards immediately to the bottom of the racetrack. Carl Edwards gets by Regan Smith, but not quite. Smith still holding on to it. As they're 3 wide for the lead. Caution is already out. What happened? Why is caution? Caution is out. And so that will be the stage over. But really quickly, I just need to know what caused the caution. Oh man, Mark Martin. Mark Martin. No. They come off of turn 4 and the 33 turns into the number 5. So they're 3 wide for the lead. But doesn't really matter because the caution was out. Man. So Carl Edwards wins stage 2 by 3/1000ths of a second. An incredible performance by the 99 crew, but it's not over just yet. Oh no. Don't tell me. Oh boy. So it seems we have a bit of a situation on our hands. Looks like we have another infinite caution. So, as we do when this situation happens, we let the race play out under caution, and we just don't count laps led. So we will run the race all the way to the end. No overtime. Because duh. And so the race is over, but who's going to win it? All the leaders are out. They're at the back of the field. So it's not going to be a Carl Edwards win today. Or anybody. As Edwards retires with a suspension issue. Terry Labonte sits in the lead. Can they stretch the fuel for just one more lap under yellow? The 32 car hasn't been a front runner, but hey. Unless he's a lap down. Oh, he's a lap down. Oh no! And the 32 is slowing down. And I think he's out of fuel. 32, Terry Labonte, is out of fuel. Which means Robbie Gordon is passed for the lead. And if it's not 7, then it's the 92, and if not, then it's the 38. Or even Tony Stewart. They'll somehow manage to run out of fuel right at the last second. But the number 7 sits in the lead. And oh no! He's out of fuel! He moves to the apron. Can he coast to the line? This one's going to be close. It's him versus Brian Keselowski. And Robbie Gordon coasts on 0 fuel to the win in Kansas. What a turn of events. 7 car for the rest of the field. So those are the official standings. Thank you for watching HAZCAR. We understand the frustrations of what was an anticlimactic ending. The Sleep with 18 Eyes Open 250 goes to Robbie Gordon. Tune in tomorrow.